Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. Before we start this episode, just want to say make sure you're following all of our social media platforms. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment on this YouTube video or wherever you are viewing this podcast. Hope you enjoy. Teen Talk Podcast. Hey guys, welcome back to the Teen Talk Podcast. I'm Caden, and I'm joined by your co-host,
Gus. I'm here as usual again.
Gus is depressed today. Well, not depressed,
I'm not
but he
depressed. I'm just woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Let's go with that.
We kind of are recording this podcast late. It may be Sunday, and the episode may be coming out tomorrow. So I'll definitely have to edit this one tonight. We'll probably have to keep better time of it. We want to record much earlier in the week, but it's kind of been a weird week because
school died.
Yeah, school died.
It is no more until 3 months from now.
But what if we go back online then? That'll be.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, what do we need a high school for? Can we just computer school? Boom.
I mean, it gets sad, and I wouldn't say sad, but it gets kind of lonely just chilling by yourself all the time.
It does.
It's not the greatest, but I mean, you gotta keep grinding her out. But yeah, school, it's been a weird feeling because it's just over, and there was no, usually when the end of the school year comes, it's a good transitional phase. I was gonna say phrase, but there's a good transitional phase between learning and summertime, yay, hype, summer, let's have a big start of the summer party. But
dude, we should totally get the boys together. Oh wait, quarantine.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Usually there'd be a party and we'd go out on the lakes and the boats and
I hate how they're trying to enforce the quarantine stuff.
Yeah, well,
if you want to be an idiot, be an idiot. I don't. It's not that big a deal. Just stay away from old people.
That is true. Yeah, people. I'd see there's benefits to both, I guess. Sure, you should. Reasonably, to me, it is in good question to question your authority. Government. Ben Franklin said that. So, Ben Franklin. I know that for a fact. Quote Ben Franklin. I don't know what the quote really
said. He means
said,
business.
But I know he said something along those lines. And
Benjamin Franklin said a lot of things.
He also said slaves were profitable, so maybe we shouldn't quote everything that Ben Franklin said.
How about Einstein? Let's quote him.
Oh yeah,
what's a quote from Einstein? Hold up. Google
equals MC squared.
Yep, that is a quote. I mean, he probably did say that. So
he definitely said that, Gus. If that's from when I was a younger kid, it's always weird to me because I thought Picasso and Einstein have been dead for long time, but they were alive. I mean, when my grandparents were children, that's pretty. I never Picasso in my mind is always someone who's was born in the 1600s.
Yeah, when you think about famous artists, you think about medieval type get-ups where there's a guy sitting in a dungeon looking place painting it on a canvas.
Yeah. And even Van Gogh only died in 1890. I mean, that's a while ago, but that really isn't the 1600s.
No.
It's crazy that we get just the fact that something can seem so long ago, but it really wasn't that long ago.
All right, here's some Einstein quotes.
Few
are those who see their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. I mean, it's pretty true. Okay, yep, you're good. Good man, Einstein. All right, here's another one. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. You hear that, Jim Bob out there? Okay?
Yeah. Oh, okay, speaking of Jim Bob, this has nothing to do with Jim Bob, though. Shout out Isabel. We may have not shouted you out in the last episode.
Did we?
But
I can't remember.
We didn't. But that's because we don't like you. So, yep, we don't like you.
Caden, Not a man of success, man of value. You gotta be valuable. Okay, Caden?
That's the best. That's the best. That quote couldn't have been said at a more perfect time than right there. Isabel's our number one supporter. Shout out Isabel when you're listening to this. If you listen to this, which I know you will, because you're the best. Speaking of what we've talked about the last 3 episodes, we got like 3 days till the SpaceX launches into space, so that will be pretty cool. So when we're recording this next, we'll let you know if that was either a tragic failure, hopefully not,
amazing non-governmental success.
A W for the world. Big old W, fat W's. Let's think, is there any news that has come out in the last week that you've been like interested in?
I mean, like Biden still saying stuff. Did you hear what he said?
Yes, I'm pretty sure a lot of people heard what he said. Why do they all gotta be so old? That's my question. Like they all have to be so old. Whatever. Like yeah, there's a lot of people who like to hate everyone. Don't just be nice to people.
Jake for president.
Jake for president. Yeah, why is it that you have, is it 35 to be president?
Yeah, something like that.
I suppose that's I don't know. But there's some smart like 30-year-olds.
Yeah.
I don't know. Definitely not 20. Anywhere younger than 20.
No.
Like anywhere younger than 30 is what I mean. You're younger than 30, you're dumb. Let's be honest. I won't be smart for another.
Oh, we forgot the disclaimer. We're idiots. Don't listen to anything we say, or don't take it seriously, rather.
Well, this is gonna be serious. Everyone under 30 is pretty dumb.
I agree with that statement.
Even if they're like made a lot of money, very successful, they're probably still pretty dumb. I don't know many. There's very few exceptions, but there's most people are dumb. Most people over 30 are dumb.
People are just dumb.
Yeah, self-centered. Just don't just be good.
Imagine if we could all be like Caden, where we'd be in the world. Great. He's so cool.
Nowhere. We'd be nowhere.
Oh no, I think we'd get pretty far. We all had Caden's worth ethic. We would be places, alright?
Oh, guys, so sweet.
Alright. Oh. No, you're trash. Okay, get out of here, kid.
Okay, Mr. Wrestler. What is that? I like how that's my insult. That's not even an insult, just calling you a wrestler. Okay, Mr. Wrestler.
Okay, Speedo Man.
My brother yesterday, he got a mini bike. Like a...
Wait. Why? Wait. Doesn't he have a mountain bike?
No, like a gas.
Oh, like a moped.
Yeah, it's like a moped, and it's like it has like big old fat tires. It's kind of like a little hick. It's like a hick one.
Oh, ew.
But it's kind of cool. It's pretty cool. He just zooms around like outside. It's so funny to watch him just go up and down the driveway, and he's so happy with it. I like that. It's so fun.
You know, well, if you get like a moped, like you can what is it, 15 to drive a moped, like legally on roads. So like,
is it actually?
Yeah. Like you can get a moped and drive on, and you can go places without your parents legally.
What? When I didn't know this.
We learned this in driver's ed. Driver's ed is the worst thing ever. By the way, 30. Well, depending on where you live, but here in this place, we have to sit through a 30-hour class. And it's terrible.
Mine is. I would be finished with it right now. But mine's been rescheduled. Three times. Three times.
That's a good thing, Caden. You don't want any of it. You don't want it. It's terrible.
I do want it. I have to take it.
But it's so bad.
I know. And then I have to sign up for two extra behind the wheel, because
you have to do 2 extra.
Yeah, because the simulator will open in like October.
Dude, why did you do it through the school? Don't do it through the school.
Gus, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Gus. It's not good.
Go hit my man Tim up, okay?
Yeah, dude.
He's the real one.
Speaking, do you have any Tim stories that we can tell on the podcast? This Tim is a
Tim is an absolute legend, okay? He has the most messed up family, but it's great. It's great.
Dude, I've never met him. I've never heard a word from him, but I've heard Tim's stories from other people, and they are insane.
Tim is a driving instructor, and he teaches the class, but he's super funny because he kind of, so he'll be like teaching class, right? And he'll read off a rule and he'll be like, yeah, you don't have to follow that rule because it's stupid. Well, he doesn't say it exactly like that, but that's pretty much what he's saying.
That's so funny to me.
And then probably the most memorable story he told us is where he killed his cat with carbon monoxide, like, so is peaceful death or whatever.
Dude, very peaceful.
But the worst part of it is that he was curious, so he put a camera to watch it while it died.
That's so incredibly messed
But that's
up.
Tim. That's Tim for you, right? He's absolute unit. Greatest. He's the best.
I've heard that story too. That's insanity. Some people in this world, they're just so.
And I was sitting in that class with Cole, Henry, and Carl. Just get every type of character there.
Oh my, that's so funny. I should have taken it then. I should have taken life, whatever. I'll get it done eventually. It's not like I have much to do anyways.
Yeah.
You know.
But no, Caden, it's the worst. It's the worst thing ever.
It's online for us now.
But I could have taken the test and passed it without the literally day and a quarter that I sat in that classroom.
Yeah, those 30 hours in the classroom or on Google Classroom aren't gonna be fun.
It's on Google Classroom too.
It's like it'll be like a Zoom meeting, but via Google Meet.
I guess this would be a good time to rub in your face that I'm gonna be able to go vroom vroom before you. Yeah.
Yeah, you're lucky. But we're all lucky. We're still alive, and that's good. You just gotta appreciate the things that you don't have.
Yeah, man.
Like we're so fragile as a people. Like,
yeah.
Think of this. It's crazy. If you were born in 1900, when you were 15, World War I broke out. When you were...
What's that website?
Crazy History or something like that. When you were 20...
You type in a date, like the date you were born, and it tells you everything that's happened in your life.
Yeah. When you were, 29, the Great Depression happened with severe economic rundown. Okay. So your life was awful for 15 years, most likely. Most people's, it wasn't too hot. The Dust Bowl, if you lived in the Midwest, not good either. When you were 40, World War II was breaking out, and you were again in fear for your life. 5 years later, that ends. When you were 50, Korea breaks out. That's not good. Then when you were 70, Vietnam breaks out. And when you're 90, a bunch of little wars happen. What else? Oh, the Cold War too. The Cold War happens basically your entire elderly age.
That's a topic that we can talk about. Did we go to the moon? Have we been there?
Yes.
Because apparently, okay, there's been 12 people on the moon. So, or I don't know. Hold on, let me look this up. But last time I looked up, it was 12 people on the moon, which would be 6 missions to the moon, and
Mm-hmm.
and it was in like a 3-year time period. Nah, that doesn't sound right. But it was in. I'll give it a 10-year time frame that we sent those, which is, yeah, I don't know. But then NASA's working on that one thing, right? That
Mm-hmm.
like the Artemis or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That like a space station that'll orbit the Earth and the Moon. It's a really interesting thing. It'll basically act as a way we can colonize the moon, and it'll also serve as a base to launch to further planets such as Mars.
So wait, are you saying that you don't think it was real?
No, I know it's a conspiracy, or like
Oh.
there's conspiracies that it never happened or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Yeah, I'd say there's probable reason to believe that we did set foot in the moon at some point. It may not have been with all missions, I don't know. But I know there are like laser reflectors on the moon that we did place so that we can shine lasers at and they shine back. And you can just like view them with a telescope. I don't know. But I'm not certain about you know, you can never be certain about things in life, or most things in life, you know. But I'd say I'm on a scale of 1 to 10 about how certain I am that we landed on the moon. I'd say like a 9.5.
Yeah.
Although the Cold War was a really interesting period of time, like so uncertain, and it's kind of like now actually. Like there's a looming threat, but
We're all
there's
just
no
chilling.
yeah, there's no specific way to actually handle there's no rule book on how to handle this threat. There's no code to say, "Oh, I don't want to die."
Yeah.
And that kind of messes with you. Speaking of the Cold War, I found something crazy in I don't know. It was during the Cold War. 2 atomic bombs accidentally fell out of a plane going over one of the Carolinas, and they didn't detonate. Imagine if they would have detonated.
Who are they dropped by?
They the city, the Carolinas, and it would have destroyed like the entire state.
Oh, there's another website that shows you like how much of an area, like you can put a reference of a nuke anywhere in the world, and it would show you how much it would destroy, like radiation wise and shockwave wise.
Now that's pretty crazy.
But like the Tsar Bomba, it's like the biggest nuke that was ever built.
What was it called?
It's the Tsar Bomba. The
Okay.
thing's massive, and like it was so big that it could probably destroy an entire U.S. state.
Really?
It was huge.
But destroy a U.S. state with just the explosion part of it?
Probably, I don't know.
Because just imagine how many people would die 80 years, or like not even 80 years, 30 years later because of cancers.
Yeah.
Like that's what they like. Imagine you don't see it as specifically correlated to like Chernobyl, but like imagine how many people actually developed it because of radiation like that. And that was just one.
Let me read you the dimensions of this thing. All right.
Okay.
It weighed 27,000 kilograms, 60,000 pounds. It was 8 meters in length, 26 feet. It had a diameter of 2.1 meters, 6 feet 11 inches, and its blast shield was the equivalent of 50 megatons of TNT.
How much is a megaton is? How many tons?
It would world's largest nuclear device to ever be set off. detonated in a remote Arctic test site in 1961, created the most powerful man-made explosion in history. It would kill an estimated 5.8 million people if it were dropped on London.
That's crazy. And think of if you successfully drop something like that, even if they'd shot it down, it would still, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what would be worse, the impact or the radiation in the air?
Okay, so I found a website where you can find this, where you can find like how it would affect like anywhere in the world. It's called Nuke Map. So if we say like Tsar Bomba.
Gus is just
doing my research, right?
How to bomb New York with a large nuclear bomb.
Right.
Is it a bomb or a ICBM? Gus is trying to figure out how to launch nukes real quick.
Yeah. Hold up. I'm gonna find a better website. Hold up.
What'd you do today? We figured out how to launch a nuke
I can't.
on our podcast.
Yeah. Anyway, nukes are really big.
And they're scary. But I have an honest question for you. Do you think they'll ever actually be launched? Like, do you think there will ever be a nuclear war?
I mean, if we did have a nuclear war, it'd literally be the end of the world. So I don't think. I think they're mainly used as an intimidation.
Oh, definitely. Well, it's just a power, because you can't. What would be the word? Like force power. What would be the word to like put power onto someone else? Whatever. You can't you don't have power if you can't show your power, basically. Like you need to, if I go up to Gus and say, Gus, you're now my property. Like obviously that's illegal, but imagine the government didn't exist. But if I go up to Gus and say, oh Gus, you're now my property, and Gus says who? And I have a gun? Gus is now my property.
But I could always run away. Can't stop me. Can't stop.
Gus, I could stop you at my ninja skills. You should see my ninja skills. I'm like Tyler Blevins.
Oh, dang. Dude.
Tyler Blevins, dude, a.k.a. Ninja.
Sorry I ever messed with you, dude.
I know. I got those epic gamer hands. Oh, epic gamer hands. Did you see the new... Okay, I watched this crazy demo of the... Well, first of all, we can talk about the PS5. It's going to be $650.
Yeah, that's kind of a lot.
That is kind of a lot. But imagine, I'm guessing the performance on this one will probably be a little bit better than the PS4. Just a little bit.
That's actually really interesting. It's like, in reference to a computer... It's kind of good. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it will.
Price-wise,
it'll be interesting. $650. I think the PlayStation now you can get it like You can get used PlayStations, the originals, for under $200. I know that. I wonder do you know what the PlayStation 4 Pro? What is that selling for right now? $400. So I mean, that is $400. So really, if you think about it, it is a $250 price increase from the Pro. That is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So good luck if you're trying to convince your girlfriend or your parents or anyone to buy you that, because that will be a struggle. You'll have to write definitely a whole thesis about why you need it.
Oh.
Do you know if it's gonna be backwards compatible with the PS4?
I have no idea, but that'd be cool if it was.
Yeah, because the PS4 is holding, like, you know how I don't know. Me and Gus are epic gamers, so we had a little gaming childhood. Like the PS3, you could tell that it was slowing down. But I don't know immediately if the PS4's performance is that bad right now. or even the Xbox. Like, I don't know if their performance is that subpar right now that they necessarily need a new system to come to market.
Yeah, but like if they did that, I mean, what game can you not play that the PS4 cannot run? I mean, it can do it pretty well.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't understand it, but I'm not a marketing team either. I'm sure it will sell. I probably won't sell as well because it's not as cheap. There's definitely a money factor to it, because not everyone has such a disposable income.
I don't know,
but it will be interesting to see. Definitely interesting.
So, I very much so overestimated the size of the Tsar Bomba and its explosion radius. It's still really, really, really big, but it's not super duper.
It's not super duper big.
Like, okay, okay. Let me. I figured out the website real good and stuff. So if we drag this over to like Rhode Island, like if you put this in the center of this little lake thing in Rhode Island, it just about explodes Rhode Island.
It's still
a big bomb, but I way overestimate.
Yeah. Gus is. See, this is why we say we're dumb, because we really don't know anything about anything. We're just pretty dumb.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's crazy to see. It's crazy to see how like the whole Rona thing has been masking other issues. Like, we don't hear about any other issues right now. Like, obviously these issues, and it was a problem that has started like with the US. Like, the US really doesn't care about other world issues for the most part.
Yeah.
We're just kind of, I wouldn't say it'd be, I don't know, is there a strong sense of nationalism? I feel like there's it's probably pretty divided.
Yeah, wouldn't
you say?
I feel like there's almost two nationalities in America. Like, we're so divided, but at the same time together. Like, there's certain things that we're just so split on, and other things that we're kind of together on, but there isn't really one
budget.
Yeah, there isn't really one thing that we're totally all in on. It's really weird, but I suppose it's really hard to do that with a large country.
Well, one country with multiple. It'd be pretty easy if everyone was of similar ethnic or racial identities, like Japan. Like, Japan as a country, I'd assume would be pretty easy to run. That's, I don't know about that statement that I just said. It's obviously running a country isn't easy.
You heard it here first, folks. Caden says it's easy to run a country. Yep. I got you, Caden. I got you.
It's easy to do a country. It's easy to make a country. There's no hard work involved. You just kind of oh yeah, I'm gonna make a country today. But like, the US is there's so many ethnicities, races, different, and it's so large. Like, Japan is everyone's so close together that cultural diffusion. See, I'm using smart words now, guys.
Oh.
Are you so proud of me? Cultural diffusion, or any kind of diffusion, can go from one person to another with such ease. Like, Tokyo's the largest city on Earth, and everyone's just so close to each other, and ideas are there's not a widespread view of ideas.
I don't know.
Whereas the US, it's just everyone's so spread out. There's so many different, like, you got man doing a little.
Of course, our complete freedom of speech affects that too. Like, you got people saying whatever.
Mm-hmm.
and they don't really care how stupid they sound.
Well, I'd say, I know as Americans we always pretend, we're always like, oh, we're the freest country on earth, but I'd say most.
Yeah, a lot of places are pretty high quality of life.
Yeah, that's definitely that's always nice to see. Like in the world, quality of life over the past 60 years, there's no doubt in my mind it has improved.
Yeah, Americans are just really stuck up though.
Well, you talk about it.
Well, yeah, or
I
it
see
feels like
something
that
in
anyway.
yeah, definitely. I see something interesting. So the company Hertz, like the car rental,
Sure.
No, okay. They filed for bankruptcy and let go of 16,000 employees.
Oh, employment rates rise even more.
That ain't good, though. That ain't good. That really ain't good.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
This is so bad.
Well, like I'd say the first 15 minutes were really quality.
But then we're just slowing down, man. I can't.
We should probably.
My mind is just so foggy.
I'm gonna leave this in too.
Okay.
No, because I think it's good to sometimes it's been overly cut, and I feel like this will express how sometimes it is a little slower. That's why I definitely think we should start to record on Thursdays, not a freaking Sunday.
Yeah, we're just getting ready to go for another Monday. Except, Monday doesn't sound too bad anymore. We got nothing to do.
Monday's nice for me now, because you wake up at 9 or 9:30 or 10, and then you go for a little exercise, and you're like, wow, I feel good. Now I get to play video games. And then maybe after 2 hours, you go outside and you jump on the trampoline, or you're like a little child. You're
you're just kind of zombie walking around and wondering what to do next.
Oh yeah, and then it's weird. It's been weird because I wish, I'm not. I'd say not suburban, but I'm not rural. I'd probably be in the middle. I can see my neighbor's house, and it's probably only
I don't
200 feet away.
What would we be classified as?
I don't know what would be classified as.
It's definitely not rural. We're close to things.
Yeah, my neighbor's house is only 200 feet away, but it's rural in the point that we have 6 acres, and there's houses behind us, but there's no sense of how urban neighborhoods have sidewalks, and there's kids playing on the streets.
Yeah.
There's no
none of that. We're in you have your yard. Your yard is big enough.
Yeah. There's no sense of in urban areas there's usually a sense of unity, there's some people down the road that we can just bike to or walk to. But I know where me and Gus live, we're close enough to things that it wouldn't be unreasonable to bike to, but it's far enough to not occur.
It'd take a lot. It'd take maybe an hour for me to bike to your house, probably. Maybe more.
Yeah. You even have it worse because Gus is probably even more rural than me.
Oh yeah, but
definitely
I have a lot more space though.
You do have more space, that is true. But even for me to get to the closest park is 30-minute bike ride. And
yeah, you're a lot closer. You're thinking of the one closer to.
This has been quite the interesting episode. You want to wrap it up here? We can just go for a short little episode.
Short, uninteresting, except for nuclear bombs episode.
Dude, yeah, I really liked the first 20 minutes too. It was pretty good. But then we could kind of just slow down. Yeah. I think within the next few weeks we should try and get someone on. That'd be interesting. Let us know.
Should we get okay? Here are our choices. Somebody gets to pick. We could have Isabel. I don't know.
But
I don't
she
know. But
doesn't
we could have
have a
Cole.
computer. She Discord.
Well, yeah, I suppose phone too. That would probably work. We have Isabel, Cole. We could. I don't know. Could we get Jake
I
on?
bet we
we
could get Jake on.
Who else do we have? We could. I don't know about. So
that's our list.
I mean, there's so many iffies.
We could probably have a random guest too. So if you're random and you have an interesting story,
yeah, we could do an episode like where we just pull people in from our Discord server.
Yeah, but we only have one other member though. So join our basic.
Yeah, he's an absolute legend.
Yeah. You should, basically the moral of our story is you should join our Discord. Actually, when we're wrapping up, that's when I hate it, because that's when I get the topics. It's the worst feeling ever. But yesterday I got a soldering iron, and I did some little soldering jobs, and it was pretty cash money of me. I fixed a little RC car circuit board. I fixed a little PS4 controller chargers, because we have the double one, so it charges two at a time, and that was kind of broken.
Dang.
And I fixed it. Dude, I felt so handy. And then I was like, yeah, you know when you feel proud of yourself for like accomplishing a goal that you're like, yeah, I did that.
And then you look back like a couple days later and it's like, oh yeah, that's
I
pretty
just
cool.
melted 2 wires together. I mean, you don't do that, but I melted some metal to put 2 wires together. Gus, you want to take us to the outro?
Yeah, you do the thing where you join the Instagrams, or whatever, join the Discord.
Jesus, Gus, at least have 10% energy. Do the thing where you join the Instagram.
I don't have any energy left. Sorry.
He didn't like that. He's in silence.
Okay,
now.
well, join our Instagram at the Teen Talk Podcast. Join our Discord. Link in the description. Yeah.
Gus does not work well on Sundays. We will learn this. We know this episode now. We know this lesson now. We'll keep that in mind when Gus. We gotta record when Gus has energy. That's what makes the podcast great.
Because then I can do some humors.
Gus's humor level is like -10 today. Stupid Gus.
You know what? Here, I'll tell a joke. What's funny? What's funny about this situation?
Hot.
What? You're funny. Haha. Okay.
I laughed a little early. Okay. Anyways, thanks for watching Teen Talk Podcast.
That was terrible. Yeah. Goodbye.
Gus is really setting us up for success. That was terrible. Goodbye. Teen Talk Podcast signing out.